It's currently 6:17 a.m. and today I'm embarking on a journey that I never thought I would do. Today I'm going to be going on a hike, but not just any hike. I tried to find the hardest one in my city and I'm going solo. Total distance of the hike is 10.1 kilometers and I think roughly around 500 meters elevation. Now for all you hike fanatics, I know you're probably thinking that 10.1 kilometers and 500 meters elevation isn't crazy. But you gotta remember, I never hike and also I'm going solo. And I know it's gonna be a good challenge for myself, so I thought, why not? The hike I'm doing today is in Dandenong Ranges and it's roughly an hour and a half away from me, so I gotta pack up, eat, and get on the road. I'm about 10 minutes out, but I had to stop to get a coffee because I was getting tired while I was driving. Tastes amazing. It's gonna be sunrise as soon as I get there, I think, so it should be perfect. All right, so I just pulled up to the start line. It's right here. So I just started on my watch and we are ready to go. Let's see, a total of 10 kilometers. Let's see how far I can make it, if I can make it at all. Now, since I've never done this track before, I'll be pretty much looking at my phone the whole way because it's got a whole map on it with the whole loop. I still should be able to enjoy the scenery though. I'm roughly 500 meters in. I've finally got a little bit of elevation, but the good thing about this spot is I believe it's the longest trail around this area. So a lot of people that are new usually aren't doing these hikes, so it's generally pretty empty, pretty dead, which is good for me. Yeah, I've only seen a couple people so far, but like I said, I'm only 500 meters in. So far so good. We'll see when I get to the 3-4 kilometer mark how I'm feeling, but this scenery is just insane. You know those people that try something new and then they go out of their way and just buy everything to do with that specific thing? Yeah, well, that's me. Like I said, this is one of my first hikes ever, especially solo. So I went out and brought a whole kit for it. These shoes brand new, pants brand new, jacket brand new, bag brand new. But turns out it's actually worth it because I'm about 1 kilometer in and my heart rate's up and I'm fucking sweating already. So this water bottle's gonna come in handy. You wanna know something funny about these shoes? So I brought them about 2 days ago, obviously specifically for this hike. And the guy tells me, oh, I really recommend wearing them for 2 weeks, wearing them in, breaking them in before you actually go on a hike on them. Because if not, you'll start to blister up on your feet. But fuck it, we're here now. If I end up with blisters, I end up with blisters. Another good thing about this Dandenong Ranges area is that it's pretty hard to get lost. Like from what I've noticed so far is there's just one trail for each way you want to go. Before going into this, I thought maybe I'll have to be looking at my phone the whole time, but so far it's like just one road the whole time, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting lost and I should be able to get back to my car fine. So I was just talking about how easy it is to navigate your way around this area. As soon as I say that, I'm like, oh, I better check my phone. There was one road that split into 2 different roads and I decided to take the wrong path. So luckily I checked my phone. I was about only 50 meters off getting back on track, but we're now back on track and I'm about 2.5 kilometers in. Still got a long way to go. That was a decent descent. Fuck. Now my heart's gonna be going. I might have to take the beanie off soon. I'm actually pretty surprised with how quiet it is, to be honest. I pulled up, it's a Saturday, and I pulled up right at 7:30, which is sunrise for us. So down back at the park, there's quite a few cars, but they're probably doing 1,000 steps and all the other lower to moderate trails. But still, I've only seen maybe a max of like 10 people so far. I thought I would at least see around 50 people so far, but hey, works well for me if there's less people, huh? Look at that.
We're about 4 kilometers in now, and I was just checking the map, and the road signs started to go red. Now, from what I think is happening, is that red means a fuck ton of elevation. Because now we're getting pretty steepy. Yep, I think I was right. I don't know if the camera does it justice or not, but it's pretty steepy right now. The shoes are surprisingly holding up pretty well. The guy said I'll get blisters almost halfway in. No real pain yet. They're still pretty comfortable as well. And to be honest, they're quite grippy on the floor. So I haven't had any slips or anything yet. But I'm pretty glad that I brought them, because the only other shoes I have that I could maybe get away with a hike doing is runners. And they would definitely fuck up if I did this hike with that. This is just a slant the whole way. So let's get to it. This is definitely the hardest part of the course. Straight up, straight up, straight up. Go one step at a time. I think I'm going alright for my first hike. Currently just over 4 kilometers in, and I'm at 53 minutes total. I can definitely see why the app said this was hard now, and I can definitely see why there's no one else up here. Fuck me, this is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's actually really hard, and I'm not even halfway. I see a bench right now. This beanie needs to come off, and I need to get a drink of water. See, I knew it was a good idea buying this bag. Oh man, beanie's gone straight off. Get some water. Woo! It's no joke, man. I don't know if you can tell or not. I'm pretty sweaty right now. You wanna know what's cool? This is why it's worth it. Have a look at this view that I'm looking at. I don't know if you can see all the way through, but whew, and we're not even halfway. Beanie's off. I've had water. I'm feeling okay now. But there's one thing. I almost took the wrong track again. As soon as I took my beanie off, I thought, yeah, let me check the maps real quick. Let me see where I'm at. I was about 50 meters off, taking the wrong trail. So I've just turned back around now, and now I'm back on to the right track. Let's go. Have a look at this. The sun shining straight through the trees into this area. Wow, doesn't really get much better than that. Woo! This is what makes it worth it. Seeing this. Yeah, you sweat a little. Yeah, I'm a bit tired. These views are crazy. Fuck me, kangaroo, mate. I didn't think I'd see any of them out here. Fuck, you see that? Oh, I don't know if you could see it on the camera. Literally just hopped right in front of me. Now I'm gonna be pazzing out for the rest of the day. Thinking, fuck, what if there's a snake that pops out on me? Where'd you go, Joey? Where'd you go, Joey? I'm just gonna be looking this whole time. That was kind of sketchy. I actually didn't even realize that I'd see any wildlife at all, but that's cool. Stay away, buddy. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble, buddy. Stay away. We just hit a place called Chandler's Hill, I believe, and we are just coming up to the 5 kilometer mark, so pretty much halfway. So far so good. Yeah, I had to look behind me because I don't want no roo fucking coming at me and attacking me, you know what I mean? Probably fuck me up. And that definitely won't be getting recorded. We're on the 5 kilometer halfway point, descend, and have a look at this view. I've got an ultra wide lens on, so I don't know if it's going to look too crazy to you, but to me you can literally see Melbourne right there. The whole skyline right at the back. So we are pretty high up right now. Between the 5 and 6 kilometer mark, it was actually really good. Heart rate's definitely lowered heaps now because there was a lot of descending. Still haven't seen anyone. Seen about 8 kangaroos, but 0 people. But anyway, we're going to continue going. 4 and a bit more kilometers left. What it's meant to take to complete this is roughly around 3 to 4 hours, it said. I'm an hour and 20 in now. Over halfway. I think I'm going pretty good. They're right in my path. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Yeah, go away. Go away, buddy. Look how short his hands are. Oh, there he goes. It turns out the Brews are scared of humans. Now, I lived in Australia all my life, but I don't really hike, like I've said, you know, so I didn't know, but it's looking at me right now. I don't know if you can see, but they just run away from you. I'm not scary, am I? All right, let's keep it moving. 6.5 k's in. Looks like the elevation has started again. We've got probably about a kilometre straight to go, which I assume is all elevation. And then we pretty much do a circle afterwards to come all the way back. So I hope a lot of that's descending, but we'll see. All right, we just passed the One Tree Hill sign, which is roughly around 7 kilometers in, and I've just done the turn back from the loop. So we are now finally on the home stretch. So we've finally seen people, which is good. A group of 3 just come by. So what that tells me is we're at the hard part's done. That's what that tells me. We'll see, I'll see some more people now as well. So this is good. Final stretch. Let's go. I need some food. I'm getting hungry. We're at a bit of a crossroads here, but thankfully I'm actually looking at my phone now and it's telling me to go this way. So that's the way I'm going to go. No more wrong turns. I just hit kilometer 8 and I'm looking at our maps. It looks like there's quite a lot to go. I don't know if this app's lying about it being 10.1. If I've made that many wrong turns and lost that much distance, but I just sat down for a minute. I'll get up soon. 8 kilometers in. I think maybe this might go to the likes of between 10 and 11 kilometer, not 10.1. And elevation saying I've done 500 and something, which 535, which on the app it said 400 and something. So a little bit higher than I thought. We're pretty much in a forest right now with a lot of just black trees. These look kind of like they tried to get burnt down, but they wouldn't burn down. You know what I mean? Look at them, they're like just solid black, the whole stump of the tree, you know? So I've just checked, I'm looking at the app that I'm using to do this hike. How good is this? At the bottom it tells you what parts are the highest, and apparently I'm at the highest right now, which this must just be a steady incline, because this wasn't the hardest incline of the part. The hardest incline was probably about 3-4 kilometers ago. But if you see here, I'm the blue dot and it's all downhill from here. Coming up very close to the 9 kilometer mark. I've just seen a sign that said toilet, this way. So I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick because we have been on feet for about 2 hours and I kind of need to pee. And when I'm finished here, it's still an hour and a half drive back home. So quickly do that. Then I'll be back to my car and I'll give you a list of the pros and cons of coming to Dandenong Ranges and doing this hike. Now I know we're coming up to the end. I've been here before, actually one time. I remember I went to the 1,000 Steps, which is located in this same area with a few friends. And I remember these steps right here. So I see my car. Finally, we're finished. All right, I'm back in my car. It was total of 11 kilometers, 588 meters of elevation gain, and it took me a time of 2 hours and 22 minutes. Now I wrote on my notes a pros and cons list of what's good here, what's bad here, and if I would ever do it again. So I'm gonna read that out to you now. Before I do that, please like, comment, and subscribe, as this is my first ever long form video, and it'll show me if you actually enjoy it and if I should continue making more. First pro is there's a lot of up and downs, meaning that you're not on a steady incline the whole way up. So you go on a little incline, you can chill out for a minute, let your heart rate rest, chill out, come back on a descent, and then go all the way up again, and then down again, and then up and down, and so on and so forth, which is a pro because you're not going to be fully gassed out. Although it was a hard hike, you still have those points where you can go up and down, up and down. The second pro is it's super peaceful. If you do this exact track, there's like barely any people. You can enjoy the nature, you can put headphones in if you want to, but it being super peaceful is one of the best parts in my opinion. Now the third pro is you need to get this app called All Trails, because the whole time, this might be actually a little bit of a con, I had 1 bar reception the whole time, which is pretty bad. But if you have All Trails Pro, they've got an offline maps mode where you can still track exactly where you're going and follow the maps directly, even while being offline. So that is a huge plus. I really recommend that. The last pro is there's other trails in this park. So if you come to Dandenong Ranges, you'll notice there's 5, 6, 7, probably even more trails. So you can come here and you don't have to do the hardest one like I did. Now moving on to the cons, there's only 2 really. The first con is there's no insane view. Like a lot of hikes that you'll go on and that I've seen online is there'll be a huge incline up to the top. There'll be an insane view of whatever you're looking at, and then you'll have a massive descent down. There's not that here. Although nature here is pretty crazy and there is still like really good views, like it's definitely worth coming to check out. There's no insane view at the top. And the last con, it's kind of a pro as well. Depends if you like animals or not, but there was quite a few kangaroos I seen hopping around. Not gonna lie, the first time I seen it, I kind of shit myself because this is my first ever solo hike, so I didn't really expect it. But they're really not that bad, and they're not going to attack you or anything. They, as you see, they literally just run away from you. And 3 more things. The hardest part's actually in the first 5 to 6 kilometers. I'll link the exact track I did if you want to do it. You can check it out. But you'll see the elevation that was the highest is at the 3/4 part of the trail, but the actual hardest elevation is between kilometers 0 to 6. Also, getting all this gear was super worth it, and having trail shoes are a must. When you're descending, it's very slippery. These shoes held up super well. I didn't really slide or even get close to falling over, and you'll see I was running in some of those clips. So the shoes are a must. If you're not wearing these or you're not wearing really grippy shoes, you're going to slide and probably hurt yourself. So buy a pair of shoes that are worth it for it. And the other must is a backpack, or you could, because you need water and stuff, you know, you could probably get away with like a fanny pack or something like that, something small like a carry bag or something, but backpack's probably a little bit better. You can store shit in there. If you want to eat, it does take a while. Obviously a 2-hour trek, you don't have to eat, you can of course, but water is probably a must as well. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, like, comment and subscribe because it is my first long form video, and I'll see you in the next one.